Good evening, Flosstube. How are you today? I am glad to be back here with you guys. It's been a crazy week, but cross stitch is my relaxation world. So join me in front of my couch on the floor because that's my comfort place. I want it to be pretty, y'all. I want to have a nice little place with all of my cross stitch around me, and I want to, be able to show you all kinds of stuff, but I just can't because I don't have it all going on yet. So we're just chilling out on the floor in the living room. I do have an overhead light. My aunt gets on to me all the time, says I need more light for stitching, and yeah, I know, but I don't. So, I have found that I enjoy stitching in the kitchen, which is where I recorded last week's show. But I don't know, I just like to sit on the floor better than sitting on a hard wooden chair. So I might get some chair cushions. Anyways, I hope you guys have had a great week. It is a Monday afternoon when you're watching this. It's Sunday evening when I am recording this. Because I don't want to risk missing it, and tomorrow I work. So you will actually be watching this before I get off work, which is fine. Go ahead and like it. I need some encouragement on my Mondays at work. So anyways, I do want to give a couple of shout outs and just appreciations for all of the likes and comments. I've had quite a few people to watch the video, and I've had some subscribers. I don't do this for the subscription, so, if I have 12 and stay at 12, or, if more people join us, good, I want them to do it for fun. This isn't necessarily a tutorial, this isn't necessarily, you're going to learn a lot. I don't buy a lot right now, just because, number one, I don't have space, but I've got what I've got going on, and I'm still working on replenishing my floss. You guys know I buy as I go just because I have a lot to replenish. Having lost all of that floss, I know what I used to have. As a matter of fact, I was doing some kidding this morning and was really upset because I knew that I had a color. And yeah, I remembered that I don't have that color anymore because I had several of that color. Anyway, so I want to thank Morgan for a fun opportunity. Morgan is in Northwest Arkansas. You guys can go find her. We've linked up, so I'll tag her down here. You guys can go find her. She's actually designing, and she has some smalls at home, so I imagine the designing is probably either when they're napping or she can get a break for a few minutes. So I don't know if she's released them all yet, so I'm not going to step into her bubble. But she reached out in a couple of groups and said, hey, I'm looking for somebody who will cross-stitch my designs for me so that I can get some pictures. And you get the cross-stitch pattern for free. And I was like, sweet, I don't mind doing that at all. They're so cute. Not going to show them. That's for her to give out. But I am enjoying them. And actually, when we get into the stitching part, I am actually going to work on one. So sorry you can't watch it. But you can watch the backside, I guess. Anyways, for those of you who don't know, if you're just like, what the hey is happening here? My name is Melissa. I go by Mel in most places. People who know me and are on chill out terms, we just go by Mel. Anyways, this is just Stitching with Mel. I just wanted to be able to show what I enjoy doing. And my aunt really encouraged me. She cross stitches with me as well, but she's too shy to get on here. But she said, hey, why don't you go ahead and do a floss tube? Because I was watching so many, and there's so many different styles, and I enjoy watching so many of you guys. Excuse me, I get choked up about it. I love getting the little notifications on my subscriptions that shows that a new video has been uploaded. And I'm steadily finding more people to watch. So, some of you have recommended other people, and so that's how I found people. So, I don't know. One of these days, I may just go through the list of who I watch. So, one of the things I'm always going to tell you to do is go ahead and grab your drink. I like coffee or tea. This is actually chai tea. I think it's Tazo or something. I found it at Walmart. Comes in a carton. You pour it in and you pour a little bit of milk over it. It's yum. You can do it hot or cold. Do it cold. Anyways, now that I got that tickle, I gotta get rid of it. I always stitch with something to drink. Typically coffee. Coffee doesn't have the same effect on me as it does a lot of people, so I'm not always hyper just because of coffee. So I enjoy coffee all the way into the night. I love it. I just love the flavor. Erica, my daughter, started me on caramel macchiato international, I think, creamer. Comes in a yellow bottle, and that's what we drink. And sometimes I'll add a little bit of flavoring. I like the s'mores. She likes the salted caramel, but it's yum. Anyways, we're both coffee people. Because of her, we have tons and tons of mugs. That's my kitchen decor, actually, is mugs. So she goes to college in the fall, and we're already discussing what mugs she's taking. So she's taking my decor. Anyways, got off track there. Sorry. This is life. My brain just goes and I go with it. So I'm very thankful to Morgan for these patterns. I'm definitely going to tag her in here. Oh, it's raining because I'm showing you guys, not showing her pattern, but I will be stitching her pattern. So I want you to have an opportunity to connect with her and see what she has available. I also want to thank Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole. I've got to figure out what that means. For your comment on my last video, as well as Stitching May and Marta Cook. Thank you guys for chiming in. I look forward to stitching with you. One of you guys said that's a lot of stitches to make, and indeed it is. I showed a whole bunch of material that I had gotten in from Back Quarter Shop. I just went on a shopping spree and bought a whole bunch of material, so I was excited. I bought some Rit dye today in navy blue, so I'm looking forward to trying that out for the first time. And then I think I'm going to coffee dye some, or coffee dip, whatever we do with that. I've got to watch the videos, y'all. I'm not going to lie, I don't know anything about it. But I love the modeling look and just that kind of aged antique look. And for a few of my Maynia, which is what I'm fixing to talk about, Maynia, you see the excitement? I'm looking forward to doing some different things with my material. I don't know that I'm brave enough to do it after, so I'm definitely gonna, get all my material ready and do it before. Y'all, for those of you who have planned your Maynia, gotten all of your stuff kitted up and ready to go, my hands are everywhere. Yay. It's not happening here. I thought I had my plans. I am doing, my ideal is to do, stick with my themes. Monday is Motivational Monday. Tuesday is spring. That's pretty much everything from Valentine's Day to St. Patrick's Day to Easter. And then going into summer, but not so much. Wednesday's Witchy Wednesday. I do want to do some Halloween things. I've never been a big Halloween person, but oh my goodness, the cross-stitch patterns that are available. Thursday's Thankful Thursday, and that's going to be autumn and Thanksgiving. Frosty Friday is my winter. That's actually going to cover everything from Christmas, winter, not so much the Santa Claus and presents and all that, into January. Anything blue. Blue is my color. Blue is my life. I love blue. This couch does not do it for me. About that sky color back there. I'm looking forward to changing out the couch. But I love, love, love the blue. Oh, here's some blue that I love. I fell in love with this color here. This is, don't ask me what color that is. $7.98. DMC is my thing, by the way, too. Anyways, so Friday will be all of that. And then Saturday, I wanted to do Stars and Stripes and Hearts, but I'm probably going to leave Hearts for Spring Tuesday because I didn't get as much done in Americana April as I had hoped. a lot of things happened and it just didn't come about. And then Sunday is Santa Sunday. And as much as I would like to think that I can do it all in July, for Jolly July, I just don't trust myself, so I am going to keep that. So probably my bigger projects, there'll be starts in May for July. That's probably what's going to happen. I don't have a lot to show you that I worked on this week. This is what I'm going to be working on today. And this is just a sneak peek into the pattern that, one of the patterns that I got from my new friend in West Arkansas. And this is a start. This is my start for today. It's also one of my other patterns for her. That's going to be a strawberry quilt. And I'm seriously thinking that my kitchen decor this summer is going to be lemons and strawberries. Last year we did lemons and gray, yellow and gray. My daughter is obsessed with the color gray. When we moved into Grandma's house, she immediately started decorating and painting, which was perfectly fine. She made us a coffee stand that is blue and gray. I think it's gray. The walls are gray, half white. The bathroom is gray, half white. The towels and accessories are gray. These shears are gray. Her couch, she has one of those round couches over here. My pillow's gray. She has one of those couches over here that's round and it's brown. But her throws are brown and gray, and her pillows are gray. And yeah, so she loves gray. Her room is pink and gray. She's obsessed with it. So, and I'm proud of her. She's an artist. She does not get cross stitching at all. It's not her niche. She does a lot of calligraphy. She does pretty much any kind of painting. She has learned to freehand pretty much anything that she sees that she wants to do, and she is magnificent. She's going into marketing. That's her college degree. So she will succeed. Anyways, that being said, I don't have anything really else to cover. The Maynia projects, I will probably show you guys next week where I'm at. I really hope to get a lot done this week. I have a few things that I do want to finish. But this week, let's see, I have my calendar somewhere. I decided to use my Happy Planner calendar that the kids got me after everything happened last year, because I hadn't really used it because I had a big one. But I'm going to start using this for keeping up with my, see, I even have the labels still, to keep up with my cross stitch. So many people in our world are using cross stitch specific calendars, which are super cute. And I love watching Brenda and the Cereal Starter, because they do have a sweet calendar and it is cute, and I've looked at it. And then they adore their stickers. So, not just to point out to them, because I have lots of people that I watch, guys. I have lots of people. I was just showing my other aunt who's come up to help with my dad this week. And the reason I'm behind is because of my dad. For those of you who don't know me, he's still not doing well. So Daddy had open heart surgery a couple of weeks ago, and he's been very, very sick since. But anyway, so she was looking at my subscription list, and she said, well, do you watch so-and-so? And I was like, yeah. She said, do you watch so-and-so? I said, I do. She said, so do you watch so-and-so? And I was like, pretty much everybody Aunt Donna watches, I've started watching. And there's a list of them. So I need to get that list just written down. Anyways, so my plan for this week, I have Americana April stuff that I want to start just because it did not happen last month with everything else going on. I have I'm sticking to the Monday through Friday schedule, but I'm kind of throwing those in. So I might have more than 31 starts. We'll see how that goes. Just because I need to get it done. This weekend is my long weekend at work. So I do plan to start and get a lot done on Little Red House. You guys saw the disaster that happened last week. Actually, it happened right before I came in and recorded my video. And I was off, like, by a lot. Like, I had somehow gotten my center off, and I had, let's see, I had 12 stitches to do to the end. And of course, you know, I do a 3-inch border because I want to have plenty of room for framing, especially. For finishing, I haven't done any finishing yet, but I know that it can be a little bit smaller. Just I've watched tutorials from several people, but on framing, you know, framers like to have a few more inches, like 3 inches or so. So anyways, I came in about ready to squall because I'd only worked 4 days, but I'm a pretty fast stitcher. Like, that's not bragging rights. That's just, you know, that's just me. My aunt says, "You're a fast stitcher," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it gives a lot of room for mistakes too. So if you take it slow and steady, you know, you're still gonna win the race." And I tend to stitch, and then I'm like, "Wait, where am I at on my counting?" So I have to go back and count because I'm horrible about keeping up with my marking. Anyway, so this weekend is a long weekend, so I'm planning on getting a lot done. But in the same time frame, I'm still going to be starting, so we'll just see how that works out. Anyways, so yeah, this week I have a Choose Happy by, I don't have it in front of me. I don't remember who Choose Happy was by. It was a freebie I got from somewhere. I've got a little Quaker Christmas piece that I'm going to start this week. Haunted House is my Witchy Wednesday. And Thanksgiving Blessing is my Thankful Thursday. And I don't have anybody on Frosty Friday yet. I think I wrote something down and planned on something else. Anyways, so it's going to be a fun week. I'm getting some starts done. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have any questions yet, so I don't have anything to respond to. I am grateful for you guys spending time with me. And then I look forward to just having some fun. So for the next few minutes, we're just going to stitch. So go ahead if you haven't already started, because most of us when we're watching Flosstube, we're already stitching. But if you want to go grab your stitching, I'm going to grab a drink and we'll get started on stitching. So not cross stitching, so just so. I don't know what this light's going to do for the glare on the camera. I started wearing these glasses for computer glasses a little over a year ago. And I went in when I had to have them replaced after I lost them. And I told my doctor, I said, I think that I'm going to need these for more than just reading. And he was like, well, I designed them for computer work. And I was like, yep. But when I put them on, I need to keep them on. And he said, oh yeah? I was like, don't you say, because he's just a little older than me. I said, don't you say a word about age. And he was like, I'm just saying, you know. So I'm stitching my little strawberry piece on 18 count white Aida. I love Aida. I just started using an even weave over the last year. Aida has always been my go-to. I started stitching when I was about 10. And my grandma started me probably what a lot of you got started on. I went in one day. I was like, hey, Grandma, I want to start stitching. And she was like, well, okay. You just count. My grandma's sassy. She really is. My girls will love her, but they always call her sassy. I'm like, She hums all the time. She's going to kill me for saying that. She does watch this. My aunt, my uncle, and my grandma all live together next door, and they look forward to these videos. So, anyways, get back to the story so I don't get killed for that one. She said, well, you just stitch. And I was like, okay, well, what do I need to stitch? And so I can't remember if it was my birthday or Christmas that year. I feel like it was Christmas. I opened my present. I think it was Christmas. It was a beautiful little red box. I don't even know if they make these anymore. They probably do. It was a little Stitcher's box. It was probably about, that big, that wide, had a little handle on it, and kind of a quilty pattern, but it wasn't a quilted box. Anyways, I can't see and talk. I mean, can't thread and talk at the same time. So, she had gotten me some hand towels stamped on their different fruits. There was like apples and grapes and oranges and bananas and pears. I don't remember what all there was. Anyway, so I didn't know until much later that you could buy patterns like to just stamp on there. I guess you iron them on. And they had the little X's already on there, and so I was so excited. And so that was in there along with a little pair of scissors. I believe they were orange handled. A little package of needles, and some thread, like different threads for those patterns. You got your greens and your yellows and your reds and your oranges. And so she said, well, there you are. And you just stitch. I didn't get instructions. So I think, we sat down and she probably, showed me how to do the loop knot, because that's how I always start. I need to be stitching while I'm talking. I can't. Here, I'm going to do this so I can look at y'all too. Anyway, I didn't think about, how am I going to stitch and talk? She got me all of those, and I did all of those little hand towels. She showed me how to tie them off in the back so that they're nice and neat. And I do fairly neat backs. This is particularly easy because it's all boxes, but sometimes, traveling happens, but I'm always very careful to make sure that my backs are good, because my grandma will flip over the back and she'll look at it and she'll say, well, isn't that nice? Anyway, so such sweet memories. I love that I share this with my aunt and my grandma. I really do. And then, I don't know, probably a year or two later, I went into her house. She lived out in the country back then, and we would go visit like almost every single weekend. We were there. We'd go on Friday night, and sometimes we'd stay all weekend, just depended, because we would either have to be brought into town for church, or my parents would have to come out and get us. And then sometimes we'd just stay through, Saturday, and they'd come and get us, and then we'd go back out and have Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon dinners, which is always amazing because it was like roast or fried chicken or, something yum. Anyway, so I went back out there one day and I said, how do you count a cross stitch? And she said, well, honey, you just count. That's it. Honey, you just count. I was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. And she said, well, you find the center of your cloth and you just follow the directions and you count. Okay, gotcha. I, honest to goodness, do not remember if my grandma ever sat down and showed me how to count cross stitch. I think I just picked it up and then maybe watched my Aunt Donna, because she cross stitched. I guess she's always cross stitched all my life. I've known her to. But I can't really remember her doing it around us. So maybe if I was just staying at her house and she did. But anyway, so at some point, around probably 12, 13 years old, I picked up counted cross stitch. And I love it. So, life goes on. Got out of high school, got married, had kids. It didn't happen a lot. Every once in a while I would pick it up. But I don't think I have 3 finishes out in the storage building. Or completions. Y'all know finishes is being, mounted, sealed up, put on something, framed, and done. But I have 3 completed pieces, I think, in the storage building. One was meant to be a clock. It was geese. That era is dead and gone. And I'm not sure what the others are. I had a cornucopia, but I know for a fact that it did not make it out of the fire. I had just finished it too. I'm not sure where the pattern is, if I gave it back to my aunt or if it was in the house too. But anyways, so that was the beginning of this. After everything last year, I knew that I would have to do something to keep my mind straight. We'll just say it that way. I tend to work to avoid thinking too much. And when I'm at home, movies don't do it for me. They used to, but I can let my mind roam. But kind of cross stitch seems to keep me focused for obvious reasons, because you're counting and focusing. So I picked it up and went hardcore. I can't buy a lot right now just because, I've got a college or a high school student going to college, and, I don't need to buy a lot. But my aunt has kept me fully stocked on patterns and even threads that I need. And she finds all kinds of stuff. I went crazy on finding free patterns, so I love that. Tiny Modernist has a bunch of free patterns. Fat Quarter Shop has several. And somebody, I'll look it up, has several. Did I have her on the thing? I don't think I put the names of them on here. Anyways, there are several pieces that I've gotten for free. And some are big too. They're not all small. So I have enjoyed doing that. And then I've gotten a lot of baskets. Erica ordered a bunch of clothes from Shine, Shine. I think it's a Facebook thing that you can order from. When she got her clothes, they came in cute zipper bags. They're slightly frosted. And they are, I think they're like 11 by 14 or something. Or 12 by 15. I was kidding yesterday. And I had asked her when I saw the bags, I said, hey, can I have those? And she was like, yeah. And so I took them because I knew that I was going to be getting ready for Maynia. They have a zipper on the top, a zip close. And so I started kidding yesterday. And I was like, this holds the entire pattern, your fabric, a hoop. If you need it, I don't hoop everything. I've learned to stitch in hand. And then, of course, all of your threads and stuff because those are little. Anyways, there's plenty of room around the pattern and everything because I don't want to bend my patterns in a bag. And so she had, I don't know, 8 or 9 of those. So I was like, well, there's a couple of weeks anyway. And then I'm still using Ziploc baggies. I've seen so many of the project bags. And I love them. They're cute. But I haven't gotten into buying them yet. So right now, I don't know. I'd rather buy fabric. I want to have stash. All of the videos that I watch, they pick out what they want from their stash. And I'm like, I want to have stash. So, for those of you who didn't watch my video the other day, my unboxing of my material, I bought Monaco from Fat Quarter Shop. I think they're 20 by 24 pieces. They're big. Anyway, so I'm going to cut down several of them in order to stitch for May. But my plan is to practice tea and coffee dyeing. And then also I got the blue because blue, hello. I wanted to have some blue for some of my more natural projects. And then my bedroom. My walls are pine. Can you see? Oh, yeah. They're all painted white because when my grandma and grandpa moved in here, the first thing that they did was painted everything white. They're not white, they're eggshell cream color or something. But that's including my bedroom. And so my decor will be blue when I get more. Erica's painted me a beautiful, huge blue painting of the lyrics of What a Day That Will Be, my favorite hymn. She asked me what my favorite hymn was shortly after I moved in. I know what she was going to do. She painted it. It's gorgeous. But I want to get some cross-stitch decor up. I have a couple of pictures of the kiddos in there. One that my grandma left for me over here when she gave me the house, and then one that came from the other house. But I definitely want to do some more blue. So I was like, if I dye some material, then I'm going to have to stitch on it, and then I'll have some patterns. Inspirationals would be good in my room. I need to see positive. Working in law enforcement and then turning around and working with your family, you need some positive reinforcement when you wake up in the morning. That's just something that you need. So, for those of you who are just wondering what kind of stitching I'm doing over here, it's hard to stitch this way, but I don't do any kind of special stitching really at all. Up one side, down the other, making my standard stitches. I love that other people do special stitches and I watch it, but I'm very against change. So you can kind of see how I'm doing it. Up one side, down the other. So that is about that. So I'm sitting right at 31.5 minutes, and we've been stitching for a few minutes. Until we get probably more viewers, or you guys are communicating and we're talking back and forth, which would be great. I'm not going to keep you guys long on here just to stitch. There's plenty of people out there that you can be watching what all they've got going on. I do want to say thank you for spending time with me. And I enjoy being with all of our stitching community. It's a fantastic community. I love seeing everybody's projects. I'm following more people on Instagram. My Instagram was kind of primarily focused toward my other business, but I've added more people who are stitchers just so that I can see what's happening. And I stalk your patterns. So I'm always like, oh, I need to do that pattern next. I need to do that pattern next. I do plan on, my hopes are, I hinted for my kids to get flea market flowers and, was it Candy Cane Lane from Fat Quarter Shop for the June and July stitch-alongs. So I'll know, I guess, in a couple of weeks if that's happening. I have already been looking to make sure that I have the DMCs ready for that. So, you know, you want to be over-prepared a little bit. Anyways, I definitely look forward to having a few finishes for you guys next week, or completions. I don't know if I'll have it all finished. This is a long week for me at work. So, long weeks just mean that I work Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Short weeks are when I work Wednesday and Thursday. It's a rotating schedule, so next week will be my short week, so on and so forth. My short weeks, I work for my mom, and then I will spend more time at home. So that will be good. Good stitching times. Long weeks, typically my weekends, I get to stitch a lot. We work in a small county, so call volume isn't huge. For those of you who know anything about dispatching, I do consider myself very blessed. Our traffic is not high and our call volumes are not high. So typically we are getting into summer months, but sometimes that just means that people are going to go away. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that you have a great week, that you get a lot of stitching done. If you're in Maynia, go ahead and give me a shout out. I want to watch your progress. I will be posting every day in my Instagram, which is mlore433. I need to put that on there. I'll put that in my comments too, or in my info. But anyways, yeah, let me know what you're doing so that we can, let me get this glare off, so that we can cheer each other on through Maynia. So, such an exciting time. So many people are freaking out. They're like, what is Maynia? It's just a time to encourage yourself, challenge yourself to go above and beyond what you've done before. If you don't have a lot of stitches, get some stitches started. If you've got a lot of whips, get them finished. If you've not stitched a lot, you know, promise yourself you're going to stitch 100 stitches a day or whatever. I do not keep up with my stitch count. Anyways, make it fun for you. That's what cross stitching is all about. It's my mental health. So until next time, happy stitching, and you guys have a great and safe week.